Stepped through the door and out of the shower room, which means that he would have just hit.
Because to create discourse, maybe.
Yeah, definitely. So it's just a body that's there.
Yeah.
And then they put him in the coffin. They got to solve that last thing. Then they could all get out together. Down the hallway, they went searching for Clover in a complete silence. They'd reached the stairs when Seven appeared, breathless and yelling.
Junpei! June! Where were you guys?
He looked pale and his face was drawn. Something terrible had happened. Junpei's breath caught in his throat.
Did something happen?
Seven drew a shaking hand across his face and gulped down a breath of air.
Clover is dead.
I fucking knew it. Now she really screwed Santa. You're welcome.
This is like Romeo and
I
Juliet.
found her in the first-class bathroom.
Which you propped open, Seven.
It's not his fault. Don't make that his fault.
Could be. All sounds
He's
ceased
the only
for
reason we can
Junpei.
get back into the other room.
Yeah. The world was an empty, muffled expanse. Then he began to hear his own breathing. Oh, murdered. June? June's mouth moved, but he heard nothing. He tried once more, and then her energy was gone, and she collapsed against the wall. He could have helped her, but he hadn't, and now she was dead. So he stood there, frozen in place.
Clover. Why? Why did this happen?
He forced his body to move. Each step felt like another nail pounded into his heart. Finally, he was in front of her. Snake stood up.
He's a zombie!
What? No, that's impossible.
For the first time, Ace's composure broke. With obvious effort, Snake lunged towards one step closer to Ace, then another. He looked for all the world like a zombie.
Yeah.
Kill you.
Who,
I'll kill you.
Looks like you don't have enough bullets now.
his voice was the mournful wailing of the undead.
Stay away from me. Get back. Stop. If you come any closer, I'll get away from me.
Little by little, Ace was retreating. Snake didn't stop. He continued his stiff, inexorable approach with his eyes twin pools of pure
Listen to
fury.
me. I said, don't come any closer. Shit! You bastard!
Ace's revolver leapt 5 times. Hey,
Cat movie. Steven's IQ of 333 and loves chiz.
Nice.
I love chiz.
5 times. The air in the incinerator was split by the crack of a bullet. Snake's body twitched up. 5 clouds of blood and torn flesh leapt into the air across his body. A fine pink mist drifted from his body and disappeared. Junpei didn't have time to ponder what that meant before. And then his strength was gone. His legs crumpled and his legs, broken and battered, bloody slid to the floor.
Incineration will begin in 3 minutes.
Finally, you're...
But Snake wasn't done.
Mara!
Kill you.
Even as a pool of blood beneath him grew, he began to move. He half crawled, half slid towards Ace. One bloody arm wrapped itself around Ace's leg.
You won't get away.
Wait, isn't his left arm?
It's a really good prosthetic.
Yeah.
And another gripped his thigh with strength that should have been long gone.
You son of a bitch! You're a monster! Get off me!
Think he's a
Let
robot?
me go, damn you!
Oh! He kicked Snake with his free leg, driving his foot into Snake's face and arm, his shoulder. It made no difference. Snake refused to release him. Once a snake had ensnared its prey, rarely does it release it.
Hey.
This is it, Ace. We're going to burn to death together. What?
Incineration will begin in 2 minutes.
Yeah, damn it! Damn you! Get off! Let me go, you monster! Okay, look. Think about it this way. My company owns a wonderful hospital. It has excellent doctors.
Is he Donald Trump now?
You're not wounded too seriously. I'm sure they can fix you up easily.
My hospital. I have a wonderful hospital.
Wonderful hospital.
Excellent doctors.
Yeah,
the best, the
for
best.
sure. You're fine.
You're fine.
You don't have to die. You could be saved. Just let me go. Pathetic. Begging for your life.
Oh, Snake is eating this up.
Seven and Lotus began to speak. Junpei could hear tears in their voices, and their words were strained.
Snake, that's enough. You can stop now.
Yes! He's right, Snake. You've done enough!
Come on, Snake, let's go. Let's get out of here.
You have to come with us. We have to leave together.
Oh.
Snake turned towards them. He coughed, and blood splattered across the floor. Then he smiled, a sad sort of
I
smile.
apologize, but I'm afraid I can't do that. You'd best forget about me. You need to leave soon. I'm going to take him with me. Shut up! Be quiet!
Oh.
I couldn't save Clover. My sister died because of me. Perhaps this will begin to atone for that. Perhaps in the afterlife, she can forgive me.
Wasn't your fault, man.
Now go. You have to go.
Incineration will
track.
begin in 1 minute.
God damn it! Shit! We're out of time! We gotta go!
Get the fuck out of there.
Seven ran towards the exit. Lotus followed him. Junpei couldn't move. There were white lines down Snake's cheeks where his tears had washed the blood away.
Oh.
He was broken, body and soul, and Junpei felt as though half of his own heart had been torn out. His eyes stung, and he tried desperately to swallow the clear lump in his throat.
Junpei, what are you doing? You have to get out of here now!
Junpei's chest tightened, pulled taut by anger, misery, and a cold feeling of emptiness.
Angriest.
Pure emotion surged through his heart alongside the torrent of blood. He could feel building a tremendous wave growing taller and taller and taller. And then it broke, crushing down with a thunderous force onto his shaken, unprepared mind.
Snake! Snake!
Junpei's rational mind was gone. He was driven by his instinct now, and he launched himself across the floor at Snake and Ace. Or he tried to.
Wait! Don't be an idiot, Junpei!
He felt a hand grab him from behind. It was Seven. Before he had time to react, the larger man had pinned Junpei's arms to his sides and was hauling his body back towards him.
No!
Kooky Canadian.
No! I have to help Snake! Snake! Get off of me! Let me go!
Incineration will begin in 10 seconds.
Whew. Not like this, Junpei. Not like this.
7, 6.
Damn it, I don't get a choice, kid! Don't blame me for this, alright?
Junpei.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Gates 2 and 3 are locked down. Beginning incineration.
Junpei felt Seven's fist bury itself deep in his stomach, and then his legs turned to mush. Seven scooped him up at the same motion and leapt through the door. It slammed shut behind them. Junpei struggled to shaky feet. He glanced over to see Lotus only a short distance away. Junpei ran to the door.
He's...
There was a small window cut into it. Inside, he could see Ace and Snake.
Shit! Damn you all! Why? Why? Why me?
I mean, I could think of a couple reasons.
A lot of really good reasons.
I
Yeah.
don't deserve this!
Yeah, you did truly
Ah,
out of
well,
everybody
I mean,
I've
that's a
ever
matter of
seen somebody who
perspective.
deserved this more.
Answer me! Answer me, Zero! Why? Why? Zero! Zero!
Oh, that's an exciting incinerator.
Zero!
What?
The terrible scene before them made their blood run cold.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck! What the fuck? This was supposed to be the good time, but what the fuck?
Phone.
What about June? What? God damn it!
Bro, your waifu is a straight murderer. She's the only one that's not in this.
Fucking Clover's shoes are fantastic though. God.
Ooh. Best ending? What the hell? Not best ending.
Why?
Let's not jump to conclusions,
Sorry,
okay?
sorry.
June couldn't have done this.
Junpei felt the cold sweat trickle down his spine.
Okay, listen, here's what happened. Ace tried to kill Clover. Santa stopped.
Got stabbed in the process.
Yeah, and then
Got killed.
Yeah, and then June finished Ace off.
Yeah. Yeah.
I felt really bad leaving everyone with Ace, but I don't know.
Remember the time you're like, wait, who's left? I hope Santa can protect.
Yeah, I know.
Remember that time?
I know.
He couldn't breathe. His legs shook.
Should have left 7 behind.
His body felt cold, deadly cold, but his blood was boiling hot. He could feel his mind beginning to fade. No, the code names meant nothing now. Connie.
Connie!
Oh! Fuck! What the fuck? What happened? Great boots, though.
Junpei cried out and left through the door. He flew to her side. His heart was like a stone in his chest.
And you doubted her. How dare you?
Hang on.
She gonna stab us? Junpei swept her up and shook her by the shoulder.
This is other people's blood. Oh, hi.
She knew.
God damn it! I really think it can't get any worse, Junpei. Did Kotaro write this game? Thank you. My stomach jumped out of my body. Carry on.
She moaned and her eyes fluttered open, but only barely.
Connie!
Jumpy?
Her face was pale, her lips were dry and cracked. Her eyes were blank and cloudy. They stared straight at Junpei, but saw nothing. Junpei put his hand against the small of her back to hold her up. Felt warm and wet. He lifted his hand up. It was covered in blood.
Oh man. Connie, there's so much blood. What the hell happened to you? How did this happen?
You know who else was here? No, it couldn't be though. Fucking Snake.
I know. It was all he could do to not break into tears.
I'm sorry.
Her voice was thin, a minuscule thread that was the only thing keeping her with him.
I might not make it.
Not
No.
again!
No way. No way I am going to let you die. I am going to save you. I promise.
Thank you, Jumpy. Thank you so much for everything. I was really happy to see you again, Jumpy. Really happy.
Don't give me that I was crap. You're gonna see me again lots more times. You just gotta hang on. All right, Connie? You... Ow, what can I do? Damn it!
He looked up from Connie, desperate for something, anything. Grinding stone. Swear
No.
to fucking God.
I swear, they're No.
Junpei passed through the gate and into the hallway.
What? is going on?
You know what? I think June took my last fuck to give. Remember when Snake said that he was a very formidable foe?
I guess so, but like, what, he fucking David Blaine his way out of the coffin or what?
Well, maybe in this timeline he's not in the coffin.
No, he is.
Well, he is.
Well, no, he doesn't have to be.
Maybe, but like, because the person, the other person in Snake's clothes
Door opened again, and slowly, numbly, he walked through. He kept walking. Why stop? An object set in motion, simple inertia carried him forward. Eventually, he found himself in front of the submarine. His arm reached for the hatch. And then, he was floating in the water. His eyes stared down into it. He could see the bottom. His back was hot. Dimly, he felt the blade of a knife in it. Oh. One dead body lay behind door 5, the body of the 9th man. Another lay in the shower room, the body of Snake. At the central staircase, there were 3 more, Ace, Santa, and Clover. Just outside the door were 2 corpses, those of Seven and Lotus. And in this very room lay the body that had once been Connie. And now, Junpei would join them. Who then killed them all? Who? Junpei let out one last breath. Faintly, he felt the bubbles creep up the inside of his face. His consciousness faded quickly, dissolving. Tragedy always strikes when one least expects it, but to wait for a man to stand before striking him down seems almost crueler than dealing the fatal blow while he lies on the ground. A light in a dark place. June's smile had given him hope, both for escape and possibly for something else. It was that hope that raised his spirits just enough that they might soon be dashed. He opened the elevator door, and there she was. A woman sat slouched against the wall. Lotus. Junpei felt his blood turn to ice. Her body was limp, her skin was smooth and pale as always.
Oh!
Smooth and pale as always was covered in bright red blood.
God damn, those pants are so low.
Junpei felt his chest constrict. He couldn't breathe and his legs began to shake. A slow, cold drop of sweat trickled down his back. How did it just put us on this path?
I know.
What choice did we make?
I was saying, leave no one behind, I guess.
And Junpei listened to it creak and rattle its way to the bottom deck. Only Junpei, Ace, and Lotus were left. As the elevator rumbled out of sight, Ace spoke.
Lotus, would you be so kind as to go with me?
No.
Go with you.
No.
I
No.
didn't think people still talked that way outside of the 1950s.
No.
That's funny, though.
No.
I'm a mother. Would that be a problem for you?
Oh, good.
Oh, hey, funny.
Ooh.
They're in fun spirits.
That wasn't what I meant to.
I mean, he definitely wants to penetrate you, but not the way you're thinking here.
I was hoping you would come with me.
Seriously, though. I was kidding.
I don't like this.
So, where was it you wanted to take me?
Nope.
There's something I wanted to show you.
Hey man, what the hell? I'm not important enough?
Oh, yeah, no.
Well, it's not like that.
Don't you
Once
fuck.
I've shown Lotus, I'll show you.
No.
Really?
No. Oh, no.
Of course.
Oh, my God.
Ace's smile was friendly.
Do whatever you
No.
want.
Thanks, Junpei.
No.
my God.
No.
Are you coming, Lotus?
Fine. Doesn't look like they're going to be back anytime soon. I might as well go and see whatever it is you think is so important.
No.
They're so
No!
everyone's so smiling. Everyone's in on it.
Well then.
I don't trust like that.
Ace turned and began to walk. Lotus followed. They disappeared into the hallway on the left.
Oh my God. It's like watching like 2 cruise liners just slowly go towards each other, and then they collide, and then they mesh into each other, and then they implode, and they both sink.
slowly.
And the whole time it takes like 30 minutes. You're like, no!
They seem to drag as time seemed to drag as Junpei waited for the others to return.
They're so slow. And what's keeping Ace and Lotus?
Suddenly, the elevator opened. Yeah. Oh, a single person stood there.
Clover, I guess you're the first one back.
It was only Clover inside. He didn't see the rest. She looked at Junpei and then slowly, purposely stepped out of the elevator. The door closed behind her.
Where's everybody else? What happened?
She didn't answer. Instead, her eyes swept the room and then settled on Junpei.
Where are Ace and Lotus?
Oh, Ace said he wanted to show Lotus something, so they went into that hallway.
Do you know how stupid that sounds? Like,
It's been
Do
about
you hear the words that are coming out of your mouth?
it's been about 10 seconds since we looked at our lemon tree. I hope no lemon tree stealing whores. is there.
gotten in there. Junpei explained what had happened.
Oh, then they went over there?
Her voice was small and timid.
Yeah, I think so.
we need a snake.
He repeated his earlier question.
So where are June, Santa, and Seven? Why aren't they with you?
You really want to know?
Fuck, man, not like this.
No.
I ain't getting fucked
No
up like
way.
this. There was something wrong with her smile.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Is she gonna fucking kill us?
I swear to God, you better
No
not.
way.
Let me
Don't
show
you dare.
No!
Fucking dare. Clover pulled something out of her pocket and tossed it on the floor at Junpei's feet. It was all of their bracelets. He looked down. On the floor in front of him were 3 metal rings.
Bracelets. Oh my god. Oh, holy shit.
Junpei collapsed.
No way. This has got to be some kind
Is
of
this the
joke.
Yandere end?
This can't be real.
Junpei's body felt like rubber. His heart felt like a cold lump in his chest and his hands shook uncontrollably. Sweat poured down his face. The 3 bracelets sat on the floor before him. He could see numbers on their faces.
3, 7,
And
6.
Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only 2 ways to do so. 1. You escape from this ship. 2. Your heart rate reaches 0. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confines of the ship, or the backside of the wearer's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically.
But why?
Junpei's voice was flat and broken. Clover's response was cold.
Revenge for my brother.
Oh, this is gonna be awkward.
He was forced into door 3 and murdered. You need at least 3 people to open a door. Who were the 2 that opened that door with him? It could only have been Santa and Seven.
But she don't know.
That's why I killed them.
But why? Why did you kill June?
Because she tried to protect them. She was in my way. She had to die too.
Wow.
No.
How did she kill Seven? That's what I want to know. How did you climb that mountain?
She had an axe.
Junpei,
put it-
Oh.
No one noticed the fucking
the
the wooden stick.
Junpei shook his head, trying desperately to wake himself from what seemed to be a
No.
dream.
No.
It could be real. It just couldn't.
Hey, Junpei.
Fuck off.
Hey, Clover.
He felt Clover's hand on his shoulder. Smile was wrong. Horribly wrong. Her face looked like a mask made of stretched human skin. The smile that parted her lips did not extend to her eyes.
Could you switch to adventure mode for just a second?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Her hand reached out towards
Let's get
him.
out of here. Let's leave this ship.
There was a lot of internalized terror that just came out of that notification.
So waifu and axe murderer. A NyanCave story.
So I waifued an axe murderer. That's a good Canadian love story right there.
Mike Myers movie?
Mike Myers
Yeah,
movie.
it is.
To open a numbered door,
Yes, I know. You need at least 3 people. But as long as we have this,
Once again, Clover reached into her pocket and pulled something out.
that's...
It was another bracelet. Junpei could see the number on its face. 0. Zero.
The 0 bracelet.
She hacked his
You've got
hand up.
something in your pocket. What is it?
Oh, hey,
Potter, thank you.
Potter.
That Junpei pose, the one with the hands. Well, he's like milking a giant invisible cow while being very shocked. It's a local meme that referenced one of Toko's portraits in Danganronpa. Oh, no way. That makes sense. I think I know the one you're talking about where she's like,
Oh, yeah, that right there. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's in our sponsor chat.
Yeah.
oh, this? This is...
Thank you, Potter.
See? You get it now? If we have the 0 bracelet, we can leave. You and I can open door 9 with just the 2 of us.
Yeah.
See? So let's go.
Because she can
Come
trust
on.
us.
Hurry up.
She moved her hand, or she shoved out her hand again. Junpei looked up at Clover. She had the face of a demon. But there was something else. It was a holy light that surrounded her. She was both a fierce god and a benevolent goddess, filled with love.
Junpei.
I have the weirdest boner right now.
Her voice was soft. Her eyes weren't empty anymore. They were deep. So deep, Junpei could feel himself falling into them. He felt dizzy. There was something oddly bewitching about her. His mind was beginning to crack and his heart began to melt.
Junpei.
The hand she was offering him looked so soft, so inviting.
Are we falling for...
Clover.
Oh my god, is she hypnotizing us? Like telepathically?
Junpei reached out with his own trembling hand and closed it over hers.
Yeah?
Oh no!
Junpei
Ah,
laughed and
indeed!
He shuddered and twitched, his body spasming as he went into shock.
I believed
He
it!
screamed until his throat was torn and bloody, and then screamed some more. His cries echoed across the room. Eventually, his movement slowed, then faded. There was no more strength left in Junpei. He could feel his own body begin to go numb. He no longer felt pain. He no longer felt anything. Whatever Junpei had been was gone. The last remnants of his mind began to fade. Even as his vision faded to nothingness, he saw Clover.
Thanks, Junpei. I'm just gonna borrow this.
Nice boots. Her smile was cold.
She totally won the breakup.
What was left of Junpei's consciousness mind drifted away. All of that was left was a twisted, broken corpse.
I could tell the kid was frustrated, and then suddenly...
Help me! Somebody help me!
We heard a girl's voice.
Akane!
The boy in the uniform threw open the door and leapt into the hallway by the incinerator. We rushed in after him. I couldn't for the life of me believe what we were seeing. That bastard Hongo had Akane by the arm and was forcing her into the incinerator.
Come on, goddammit, move!
No, I don't want to! Let me go, please! Let go of me!
She planted her feet squarely on the floor and was struggling to get away. But Hongo was bigger and stronger. She wasn't gonna win.
Akane!
My brother roared with anger and charged toward Hongo.
Help me!
Ah! You're too late, idiot!
Hongo
I like how it
lifted
actually says
Akane
Connie.
into the air and threw her, still fighting him, into the incinerator.
Ah!
Before we could even blink, Hongo had leapt through the door after her. We saw him land inside. And then, the door slammed shut. We ran to the door. We did everything we could think of to get the thing open. But
Ah! Fuck! It's no use! The goddamn thing won't move an inch!
he started slamming his fists against the door. He was close to shattering his knuckles with how hard he pounded on it.
Akane! Are you okay?
You came back!
Her voice was muffled, but all of us could hear the sheer terror in it.
What should I do? I think I'm trapped in here.
Where's Hongo?
He went out the other door.
What?
Warning. Warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Automatic incineration will take place in 18 minutes. Evacuate the incinerator immediately. Repeat. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged.
Are you fucking kidding me? It's the same damn thing!
Are you there?
Yeah, we're here. Just hang on, all right? We're gonna figure out a way to save you.
His words would have seemed like a sick joke to her if she'd been able to see how white and bloodless his face was right then.
Incineration will begin in 17 minutes.
Please help me! I'm really scared. I don't want to die, please. I don't want to die.
It's gonna be all right. I'll figure something out. I promise. I promise, okay? You hear me? I promise.
It was torture listening to her sobbing on the other side of the door. Her brother was nearly crying himself. He could only stand there, fists clenched so tight his knuckles were white. The fire stopped, but we still didn't move. Me and the jacket kid were frozen. The boy in the uniform collapsed as if he couldn't hold himself up anymore. A few minutes passed. The door opened. The boy in the uniform tripped over his own feet running in. We followed.
Too numb to speak.
The air in the incinerator was hot. Every breath made my lungs feel like they were on fire. It was like standing on hot asphalt. The air was wavering and in the middle of the room, there it lay. The kid's legs were shaking so bad, I don't know how he managed to walk. I couldn't see his face, but his body somehow looked empty. Finally, he reached it. He fell to his knees as his legs gave out on him. And then...